I would say that that's probably, I mean, it depends on what positioning they were sitting in. They got the restart, so obviously that was a rogue set.
So we'll see a fresh clock for these three competitors and the opportunity to lock in a couple of big numbers.
So it takes a while. It's not like a nice little 10-minute surf check. It's a half hour for each road.
Here we go. We've got a rider up, Malia Manuel, off the mark now. Bit of foam on the face here, just the one turn. But that'll get this heat started. Really fun. Landed on the beach over there at Rottnest. Went and pulled up some cray pots, got some lobsters, had a barbecue. And yeah, hit Rottnest to check out some quackers. But enough of that. Malia Manuel's up on her second wave. Her first ride just 2.67. Conditions have obviously deteriorated a little bit, so it's become a real grind out there for these competitors, Pete.
We would have got soaked ourselves.
Thank you, Strider. We've got Joanne Defay up now, using priority on this one. First section was a little flat for Joanne, but she's going to try and dig in on this second move. There's a solid hit, the best turn of this heat so far. She brings it through to the inside, just looking for a finish. She'll get it. Hangs on now, so she'll be making the jump into the lead, likely.
Wins in small conditions and bigger conditions, so she's very versatile. Making the choice to go on a wave here after that set, a little smoother water. As soon as you get those waves, kind of grooms it out, get wave 2 and 3, makes it a little easier. There's the strongest turn of this wave. But again, knowing how important it is to complete the ride, and then definitely negotiating that rock on the inside. You can see that tide starting to go out. Even more difficult to find that pathway into the shore break to grab the ski.
This has been one of Joanne's tougher locations for chasing down big finishes at the CT level. The best she's had here is a 9th. Malia's semi-final here in the past, and she's up at the moment, looking to get rid of a .93. Nice, stylish swoop on that occasion, and she gets out of there before the wave shuts down.
Kept a good angle on the board. Here's the replay. Good wave choice too. This one fairly steep on the takeoff. Gets that first snap, and then look at this canvas. And she just lays it over the whole time, putting that pressure on the inside rail. Judges love seeing that when you complete a maneuver with one big long arc and hold the rail with control. See there the technique, the arms out wide, holds that balance, and then drives that back arm through the turn. Of course, cutting it short before she gets right next to the whitewater, staying away from that whitewater, knowing that that's where that wild card aspect comes into it. Staying in that clean water. And then, of course, the pencil dive off.
Much of a toll that could take on your fitness levels. But here we go, Bronte with her best shot at a score. A lot of foam on the face, making things difficult. She times that first section pretty well. And hoping this thing stands up through the inside. But it's not going to. It fills up with water, gets pretty lumpy. Behind her, Joanne Defay. She gets an opportunity to snatch the lead, needs a 2.17.
Well, here's the paddle battle too, right? This is important at this back half of the heat.
This could work out well for Malia Manuel. She's trying to get rid of a 2.67, but no, she doesn't commit either. So very tricky with that wind picking up. Here we go, Joanne on the inside. Let's see if she can turn it. 2.17 required. Flatter section to start this one off. She's committed though. She's just happy to get the lead at this point. And a very tricky end section to deal with. Coming at her with a lot of pace. She wasn't able to stick it. Malia just a little more silky. A lot of style through that move. And that smart option to get that last turn done under the lip, but eventually the foam caught up with her.
Take a look here. The commitment from Malia means that she utilized that priority. She even had a snap before we got to her. So this is looking to be probably the best wave of the heat. I mean, as long as the judges deem that complete, which is kind of a question mark for me. I don't know quite if they call that complete or not. And then here was that 2.17 attempt. And she, why was she that? She's just, the wave choice, I don't think had the potential truly to be an excellent score. She just knew that it was going to give her an opportunity to probably get the 2. And that was that choice being made, knowing that she didn't have priority, so trying to get the lead.
in these bumpier faces. Here we go, Malia, the current heat leader, looking to dispose of a 4.67 now. Can she push further ahead? Has been doing a great job so far of ironing out all the kinks in these waves that have been massively affected by this wind, and she gets a better finish there. Drag that board across the rocks.
You see the technique where she lifted the tail up a little bit because those fins sit down a little bit.
But the heat has come to an end. Malia is still waiting on a number, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. She had the highest scoring ride of the heat, a 6.33. And she might just collect an even bigger score on her last ride, and she does, a 6.6 for the Hawaiian, who gets the jump on Joanne Defay and Bronte Macaulay. We're going to